So a teenager is asking us a question today, and he's saying, my parents are about to choose a career for me, and I don't like the career they are choosing. I have a passion for another type of course, but they are insisting that I must do that. Please, ma, is it possible for me to do what I like, or I should follow what my parents are choosing for me? And I will need this answer urgently. Please, ma. So, if you're a parent and you come across this video, this is a question a young teenager is asking, that the parents are choosing a course for him or a career for him, and he doesn't want it. What he wants is different from what the parents want. So, what is your take on this question? Please drop it in the comment section and let's tackle this thing together. I find out that this teenager is not the only one struggling with this kind of problem. A lot of teenagers are struggling with it. They want to do something else, and their parents want them to do something else. So we'll dive into it in the next few seconds. But before I go further, are you new to this channel, or you just stumble across it, or somebody referred you to this channel? Please don't fail to subscribe. Please don't fail to like any of the video you watch, and we have exciting videos for you. And on this our series, question teenagers are asking, is very important for you to watch and for you to tell your teenagers about it. Teenagers are asking questions. Yes, they are seeking for answers, but one funny thing about them is this: they don't ask their parents these questions because they feel over familiarity. One, the way you react to it; another way, you might not be reasoning it the way they want to reason it. So they go outside to seek for answers, and in the process, a lot of them end up having the wrong answers and putting them into trouble. That is why we've come up with this particular series, question teenagers are asking. And also, you as a parent, if you know you have questions pertaining your teenagers or relating to them, please can you drop it in our WhatsApp session, and let's see how we can help you handle it. Well, on this channel we talk about parenting and how to handle your teenagers. Yes, they can be harmful, but you can handle them. Welcome to another exciting episode with Mom of Things, where we talk about parenting and how to raise up godly children. Well, as I said, a teenager asks us a question, and the teenager is saying that, is it possible for me to listen to my parents, or I should go with what I have within me, or what I have passion about, especially in my choice of course? Well, like I said, if you've come across this video, please drop something for this young teenager, and he needs his answer as soon as possible. Let's dive into it. First and foremost, I will tell you, parents are not always 100% right when it comes to some choices we make in our children, and they are not 100% also wrong when they make such decision. But the truth is this: you first of all have to look at this: are they doing it for their own interest, or they are doing it for your own good? If they are doing it for your own interest, then we have a long way to go. But sometimes a lot of parents do things with their because of their own personal interest. That's what we call helicopter parenting, because they could not they could not attain that particular way or what they wanted to attain. They feel that their children should be able to do it, irrespective of whether the child will be able to handle it or not. So imagine a parent that all his during his childhood or her childhood, he wanted to become a doctor, but circumstances or some unforeseen reasons, he could not study it. And now he's saying that my son must study medicine, my daughter must study medicine. Oh, it becomes a problem. But maybe that child has a flair or has a passion for tech, and you are saying no, the child must study medicine. It becomes a problem, because that child might end up studying that medicine and become a flop, because we've seen situations whereby children are forced into doing what they ought not to do. At the end of the day, they end up dropping out, and the next thing they will tell you, my parents chose that course for me. I had passion for music, I had passion for food, I had passion for fishery, agriculture, but they felt that what should will I attain with such a course? But that is my passion. I could have done better. But no, they said I must do this particular course. And the thing become overwhelming, because I was in the class and I don't even know what they are doing. And that is one of the problems we are having with parenting. Yes, because I too was also a victim of it. So sometimes it is good for you to allow them to do what they want. Because in choosing anything that happens, you tell them, you are the one that did it. You were the one that chose it. So for every consequences that anything that happened, you should be able to handle the consequences. So, like I said in helicopter parenting, because some parents could not achieve it, they feel their children should achieve, irrespective of anything that wants to happen. And that is where I say, that is why I'm saying they are not 100% right, because sometimes it is for their own selfish reading. Apart from saying, oh, apart from saying that they want to do it because they could not, another reason could be that they want to make it feel that I am papa doctor, I am mama doctor, like we in Africa. Yes, so it carries a name for a particular course. Imagine them say papa engineer. It sounds better than papa agriculture. That is just one thing. Joke apart. That is one of the reasons, because they want to make you feel belong. What's your child studying? Oh, he is studying medicine. He will soon become a doctor. But you never know whether that child actually wants to be what you are pushing that child to be. And it's very common with a lot of parents. And first and foremost, before I still go further into details, I want to drop this quickly. For your parents to be interested in the course you are doing, that means they are present in your life. You should give them kudos for that, because it is not all parents that really mind what their children are studying or what they are not studying, whether be it for their interest or not. They just want you, okay, study what you like and come back. It doesn't concern me. So you find out that for them to sit down and talk to you about it, it means that they are so much interested in you. So now it now depends on you to now ask questions. Mommy, why are you telling me to study this? Daddy, why are you telling me? They should be able to give you a good reasons why they are telling you. Well, in most cases, when they tell you to do it, this is a positive aspect. You might find out that they found out that maybe you have passion towards it, or you have a flair, or they see you do something towards that way, and they feel that you could excel in it. So they might just be there to guide you, to tell you, oh, we know that you have passion in tech, but we feel that if you do this, you will exceed better. I'm making a point here, because sometimes I've seen adults saying that it was because my parents chose this particular course for me. That is why I am exceeding, thanks to their parents. And I've seen adults also complaining that my parent told me to study this. At the end of the day, I don't even know what I am doing. That is not my passion. At the end, when they finish studying that course, they dump it and go for their passion. So it's a two-way thing, and it is not something that you need to be too serious about. So for me, I want to tell you this, that if your parents are also telling you that you should do this, please, it is important for you to sit them down. Like I said, they should be able to give you cogent reasons why they want you to study. And if you feel that they are doing it for their own selfish interest, my dear, this is the only time I want to tell you this, and this is the simple truth. Go with what is in your mind, because it is just for their ego. And there's one funny thing about choosing a career, because at the end of the day, you are the one that is going to read it, you are the one that is going to be in the classroom, you are the one that is going to listen to the lecturer, you are the one that will still come out to work with it, you are still the one that will still be the bearer and everything. So if you know you cannot carry it, then it becomes a problem. And this is one of the things you should tell your parents, that if I go to the lecture hall and my lecturer is teaching me this, I might not understand what they are saying, oh, and I might just end up becoming a dropout in the university. And if your parents are not still buying it, that means to an extent they might just be selfish in this whole course things. Because why will a child say, I want to do this, and the parent is saying no? I will give you an example. I have a daughter that says she wants to do something else, and I feel she could be good in the areas of medicals, because I feel that, oh, the females of this generation, if you have a passion for something, it should be in the medicals. So I pushed her to say, okay, please study this, and she got the admission. She got the admission, she went into the university, but what happened? She couldn't cope. All she was just telling me is that, Mommy, I don't even know what they are saying in this course. I don't even know what they are teaching. This is not my passion. And sometimes I was telling her, you can do it. People that are there, can't they do it? Are they not doing it? Are you better than they, or are they better than you? I kept using some words just to encourage her. At the end of the day, she couldn't cope, and she had to tell me, I don't want to. And when I find out that I am the one that will be at loss at the end of the day, because I'm already paying fees, So I decided to tell her, okay, choose what you want. Anything you want, I will support you. And lo and behold, she choose what she wants and she is there. Now, do you know what I do? I tell her, you must copy it because anything that comes out of it, you are the one that chose it. Nobody pressurized you. You did it. And I believe this is one problem we are having with parenting, especially African parenting. And most time I will not blame parents. This is where I will come through with parents. Yeah, because we've seen the situation in the country. You don't just go and pay fees for what will not yield results. And that is one of the reasons why they might be telling you to do something because they will find out that if you do something that will not yield result, they just end up paying school fees for nothing. And at the end of the day, you go back to square one. That is why you see somebody will tell you, I went to the university, but I am an Okada rider. So what did you study? Oh, I studied fishery, I studied agriculture. But that is not what you should be doing. Because you study such does not mean that you should be looking for a white collar job. All you need to do because you study, so you should be in the farm practicing what you have learned in the university. So here in our country, we misplace priorities. Yes, because you studied that, you want to work where other people that study that particular course that's giving them enough money that you want to be there. So the next thing you find yourself doing odd jobs until you get the white collar job. So you, any course you want to do, have you thought of it? Where will I work? How will I do it when I graduate? Should I be waiting for government job or I will not be in the field to do other things? That is another thing for another day. That is another topic I will talk on another day. So now that you've understood what I am saying, I hope you are getting it. So at the end of the day, your parents might be right, your parents might be wrong. So, parents, this is for you on my final take. I'm going to give you a very long talk. Before you decide to choose a course for your children, what criteria did you actually put? A child of mine said, I want to study medicine. And I said, no, you cannot study medicine because I know if you go there, you will flop. This is not you. This is what I know you are good in. You cannot stand this, you cannot stand this, you cannot stand this. And the course you said you want to go and study involve all these things. So how will you cope? So I just told her point blank that you cannot study such. Please choose another thing and I will support you. This is not because of my selfish interest. This was just me being a mother that has studied her child over a period of time and I know what is good and what is bad for that child. So I think this is one of the methods we should use if we want to choose a career for our child. Imagine a child that loves agriculture, that everything in the house is the one planting, and you are telling that child to go and read engineering. For what now? You already know that that child have a passion for agriculture. Why not encourage that child to go into agriculture, to go into farming, to do something related to agriculture? Let me tell you something. Agriculture is not all about planting and all. There are engineers that are modeling seeds, modeling plants to see how a particular plant could do well in a particular season and could do well in another season. Another thing, you find out that your child likes to do poultry work. You notice that all the birds in the house, he likes putting his or her hand there, and you are telling the child to go and study medicine. For what? The truth is this, that child has a passion. I think you should be able to help that child to build such a passion instead of you becoming the opposite. That no, because it is not something lucrative. A child, I will not say too much because the problem in the country is so overwhelming that we don't want our children to suffer because of what is happening. So you want them to study a career that will be able to provide for them. But in doing so, are you not thinking that even the career you are telling them to go into is not oversaturated? So if that child does not have passion for such, why pushing that child? And if it's for your own selfish interest, let me tell you the truth. You are not too old to go into such. You could go back, write jam, enter university, and read that course. If you want to become a mama doctor, why are you not becoming the doctor on your own? I'm just making a suggestion, because you find out that a lot of children are in the university, they don't even know their bearing. And once you ask them, they will tell you, it is not what I wanted, it is what my parents wanted. And I will still tell you this, I've seen a situation whereby students will fail along the way, or some will successfully complete the course, dump the certificate for their parents and tell their parents, oh, this is what you wanted me to do, but this is not my passion. Now I have done what you want me to do. I'm going for my own passion. That's why you see somebody reading law, at the end of the day reading medicine. And you'll be trying to compare the two. One was not what he or she wanted, one was just for the parents, and the other one was what they wanted. So that is why I am telling you that it is very important for you to know what your children have passion about. And how do you start knowing it? As they are growing up, you are seeing what they want. Somebody is good with phones, tech, he can repair phone, he can anything that has to do with electronics, just call the child and the child gets it. Pam! And you are telling that child to go and do something else. Why not encourage that child into that particular thing that that child has interest in? And please, African parents, this is for us. Because it is lucrative does not mean that your child will excel in it. That is just a simple truth. And when you ask parents that chooses course for their children, a lot of them has negative impact on them compared to the positive. It is only very few that has a good story to tell. So this is mom of things. I am telling you, please don't be too much impactful when it comes to picking your children course. Like I said, they are the one that is going to read it. They are the one that will be in the lecture hall. They are the one that is going to write the exam. You are not there. And when they do something they are not passionate about, you find out that they will start lacking, except when they get into it and they now find out that they now have passion in it. That is where you see them excelling or exceeding. If not, you end up bringing up a failure, and also you end up wasting your school fees, because what will come out of it, it is not something that you want. And to this young chap, I hope I've been able to give you an advice. You have to determine if your parents are doing it for their selfish interest or for your own. And if you find out that you don't like it and you want to stay insist on doing your own particular course of choice, then you have to sit your parents down. Like I tell teenagers, they are your parents. They are the one that gave birth to you. So you could sit them down and talk to them the way and manner which you ought to, in a smooth voice, respectful way. Don't say because they are parents, you talk to them anyhow. No. This will help you. And in the good mood, when they are in a good mood, you can talk to your parents and you see that they will sit down to listen to you. Until I come your way with another exciting questions which teenagers are asking, please do well to watch my other video, and above all, share this video to a parent that might need it. Yes, parents are seeking answers too, not just teenagers, because teenagers can be overwhelming sometimes, and these videos could be of help to them. Until I come your way next time, stay blessed, stay tuned, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Have a beautiful day.